This is the Songbird. So today, what I wanted to do, you can't always have what you want. Um, I was watching something funny on TV, but anyway, today is that day that my neck, it definitely feels like I had that internal decapitated. I ain't got that one. But I just got text messages coming down. Yeah, today I feel it more than, and like I feel my back more than in my side, where I got hit right there right in my, I had to take off my good clothes because I'm not going nowhere. I went outside. See, it's supposed to, I like the rain. I love walking in the rain. I'll go anywhere in the rain. That's my favorite day to go somewhere. But that's only if it's close to home. But today, I guess I was leaning on my neck, I was leaning on my arm, my hand. I could feel it just doing that. Bad thing to do. Like the nurse said, don't help it, just hold it up on your own. Now I see why. Because when you're holding stuff up, you don't know that you might be applying more pressure or making things go crooked. Yep. Getting things out of line. So it's best to just don't be holding stuff up. I'm talking about body parts. Just use them. Just let them do what they're supposed to do. The way you're supposed to do it. I ain't gonna cry because, I ain't got no more milk. I had milk. I accidentally pushed a button in that freezer, which I needed to do anyway because it was over frosted. And then it defrosted all night. And now it stopped defrosting and, because it's clear. And the water that was the little bit that was on the floor dried up. I was going to, clean it up, but it already gone. It stopped. And there's new crystals forming in the freezer, so it's all set. I thought I broke the thing. Like, I can't afford to pay for anything, you know what I mean? I can't afford it. I can't do it. I can't damage anything or break anything. That's just not what I want to do. And because there's a little button, you push it. I pushed the little button. In there, right there. And this little red button right here, I pushed it in. Now it's poked out. Now earlier it was even right there. But now it's poking out again. And that was all frosted over since when I first came in the room. But now it's not. My milk is not any good. I'm not happy about it. That's another thing. So if you buy milk, okay, because that milk is dated for the 14th. For sale. Last date of sale, July 14th. So if it's already no good, and it was still cold in that fridge all night, then obviously, now I know why it was on sale. It was only $3.48 for a gallon of milk. Then you got to think, why is it only $3.48? Before I will never do it again. I'll buy the other milk that costs $5.48 because it will last. Sometime when I eat my cereal and I leave the bowl there with just a little milk in it, so I can have some more cereal in it, in about 20 minutes in between doing stuff. It don't go bad. It kept doing that. It kept doing it from the first day. So now see, some stuff on sale ain't good. Milk is one of those things. I'll never do it again. I'll just pay full price because I love my milk. And I don't want no spoiled milk. There's like enough milk in that jug in that fridge for me to have at least 4 bowls of milk, cereal if I want it. Nice bowls. Big bowl. Usually I got a nice big bowl. I love eating out of bowls. I'm not happy about that, but I ain't going to cry about it because there's nothing I can do about it right now. Nothing I could do about that. So you got to think when something's on sale, why is it on sale? some things are not just on sale because they're having a nice, good sale that day. I think that they left that milk out too long before they put it in the store fridge. You know, while they're unpacking everything, or it's on the truck on the way there, whatever. The truck is supposed to be cold. Who knows? It was hot for a few days. Heat wave. We don't know. We don't know when it got to the store, if the truck was open while they're bringing the stuff in, and then it's sitting there waiting on who gonna put it up. Yeah. Maybe it got a little warm, so they put it on sale to get rid of it quicker. Because that sale, that was too good. $3 for a gallon of milk? I should have known better. I do now. I know better now. Yeah, I know better now. It's just turning into cream. While I'm sitting there eating my cereal, the milk was turning into cream. And, you know, I like to take my time when I eat. And I think I eat pretty fast, to be honest. A little bit too fast. So just be careful what you do with your eating now. Especially with the heat wave. So it's a nice rainy day. I'm going to enjoy. I can't even get in touch with anybody. I made a few business calls. And even they don't want to answer the phone. They could, oh, sorry, it's a text message. Either way, I'll read it after. It's a good show. I'm going to hang up and watch my show. And that is it. And now I'm going to clean up a little bit. Even the maid's not working in here today. She got a lot of rooms. This place is always empty. And then at night, I guess some people come in at night. Yeah, I guess. I don't know because I didn't go outside last night. But I know that somebody was knocking on my door at 4 o'clock in the morning. It woke me up and I got up and I almost didn't go to that door. And I thought and looked at the clock and I'm like, it must be very important for somebody to be at the door at 4 a.m. I don't have company. So I said, who is it? But I don't hear nothing. And I just cracked the door slowly. But I had the chair behind the door. So, you can't just open the door just in case, you can't just get the door wide open, like that or whatever. I purposely do those things. Military thinking. Always in self-preservation mode. That does not stop. Not even when I'm happy, especially when I'm happy. I cracked the door. I cracked it, barely peeked out the crack of the door, and I look up and I see this lady, and I say, you got the wrong door, and I close the door. Because she just looking, just standing there like she didn't know where she was or what she was doing. And I don't know. I usually help people. I usually help people. I'll be like, are you okay? You want to come in and sit down? Something like that. Something made me not do that last night. It didn't happen this morning. That did not happen. My inside said, close the door now. And that's what I did. And I closed that door fast. It wasn't even open. Like I said, I had to peek through the crack of the door. I hope she is all right. I don't know. She was knocking pretty hard to wake me up. I don't sleep hard. If I do, I can still hear everything while I'm sleeping. I can hear the phone going ding, ding. I can hear everything. But, if I can't open my eyes, then I don't open my eyes. But I heard that door because it was like a loud banging, like an emergency knocking, or like some people say, like, why you knocking like the police, I said, dang, it's not even daytime yet, and I already paid the rent here. I know it's not time for me to pay. I just paid 2 days ago. Maybe somebody else, that's what made me open the door, crack the door, because I'm like, maybe there's a new person on this morning and they messed up and didn't know that I paid, because that happened already twice, where the guy comes to the door manager and says, are you paying today? And I'm like, I already paid yesterday for the week, So anyway, I'm just going to sit here. I don't think they're putting on my regular program just because it's raining. Or maybe it just doesn't feel the same because I've been busy since 4 o'clock in the morning. Taking care of things, studying, learning more stuff about business. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about business and different things. I'm going to study forensics. That was the one thing I wanted to do before I got hit by the truck. And actually, I was going to college when I got hit by the truck. And they called me a professional student. And I think I'm going to go. I don't know thinking in it. I have to do it for business, to know who's lying and who's not. I have to do that for business and for my TBI. I need to know who's lying right away. My clairvoyancy is right on point, but that's not even legal. That's kind of like prying into people's thoughts without their permission, and that's not what And anyhow, the clairvoyancy, it takes a lot of energy from me, then I have to pass out and sleep for hours. After, seeing things, with my third eye, which you've all seen because it's been caught on camera. You also seen the veil that I have, that I was born with that veil. But when I was born, it was real skin, not just what you see, the spiritual part. That veil allows me to see. I don't ask for it. As you can see, I'm on camera. When I'm outside, the sun is like a flashlight, and it reveals my true form. I used to try to get rid of it, but you can't get rid of what you're born with. You can't. I used to try to ignore it, but it overrides. And it's from God. It's not from the devil. Somebody called me and asked me, do I have to give him, does he have to give me his soul for me to do what he wanted me to do, for the to see who was around him that he could trust or not. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I'm not no soul stealer. If anything, I'd be a soul saver by making you wake up with your conscience. And if you don't have a conscience, you don't need to worry about your soul. If nothing bothers you when people are hurting, you better pray a lot. If it doesn't bother you to take from people and not sincerely care about them, you better pray a lot. If you can take stuff from people and say that's what they deserve because they ain't no good anyway, and all those other words, it ain't got to be exactly how I said it. You better pray a lot. A lot. I came back to tell, not to misguide anybody into crossing lines. That's not my thing. And I'm never going to do that. And I never did. I ain't making nobody cross no lines. I'm not encouraging none of that. Nope. I'm not pushing like or love on anybody who's exposing their breasts and their thighs. I'm trying not to, I have clothes on. I'm saying young girls who are half-dressed, I'm not pushing like on that, not because I dislike it, but because I'm not going to encourage it. Okay? I'm not encouraging it. I'm not going to speak against them. I haven't, not yet, got on anybody's page and insulted them. That's not my thing. And what is that going to do anyway? Psh, please. What is that going to do? Because each person has their own life and their own choices to make. But I came back to tell that there's more than here. And when you lose your body, you're still conscious. You can see that from, again, you can see that from my photos. And you can see that from the veil, even with my hat on. The veil and the rainbows are still, and the third eye still shows up in my face with a hat on, which is supposed to shade the sun. Some people thought that the sun was just doing that on its own. Well, I'd like to just take some pictures and do it, please, and post them. If you're getting the eye in the sky every time you take pictures, I ain't saying you can't. Just please do, because I know that this is not normal. I'm not upset about it. I love it. I am the diamond and crystal tree that God made me. And I accept that. I didn't know that part was coming with singing his songs and everything. I do know that great suffering leads to great rewards, not great suffering on purpose. No, just endurance, full endurance of life and life journey and everything that comes with it. And we must really try hard to stray away from those who hurt us on purpose and stop saying, that's just the way they are. Well, good. Let it be that's the way they are and stay away from them. Please. That's like when God sends you the boat, the lifeboat, and you don't get in it. And you sit there and drown. That's the same as being with somebody that everybody keeps saying, that's just the way they are. Somebody harmful. Right. We won't go into that right now. But every one of us knows those people. Now, I'm waiting on Family Matters to come on. I've been catching up a lot with that. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to sit here and laugh. Look at my lips are healing. When I first left the apartment in February, I was biting my lips up so bad. Good God. Oh, my God. Non-stop. No, I wasn't going to put no lipstick up on that and get cancer and all that with that raw lips up in there. Raw. That was raw. Look at my skin. What is that? Is the light reflection? Oh, yeah, it's the light reflection because I'm turned sideways. All right, I'm about to get worried for a minute. I was biting all the skin off my lips every minute. You know, when I was 12, I stopped biting my fingernails down to the bloodiness. Yeah, bloody. I stopped doing that and started biting my lips. Bloody. Yeah. Not bleeding, dripping. My body doesn't do that, thank God. Yeah, but yeah. It's a good day to relax. I got one more business call to make, and if you know about business, you know that if you don't get to talk to the people before 11:30 p.m. a.m., you gotta wait till 2 o'clock because they gotta go to lunch, and they have that right. They work hard. You gotta give them till lunchtime. Some people, they'll just call all through lunch, sit on hold, be on hold, wondering why they on hold for 2 hours because they had lunch. They got a right to go to lunch. Everybody want to go to lunch. take a break from all the people calling and complaining about what's going on with X, Y, and Z. Like I did this morning, I did called three different offices to figure out, about some things, that were important. Ooh, my neck. Oh, well, I got to turn off this thing now and take this off. Even this, just this, it's too much on my neck today. Today is not that day. It feels like I broke my neck. It feels like my neck is broken. I didn't ask for anything, any artificial parts. So therefore, it's just all compression. They said, we just pushed your head down. They took away 3 inches. I was 5'6", and now I'm 5'3". But it ain't glued in. It ain't screwed in. And it's separated by, it says 2 cm. I think that's centimeters. Yeah. And today I feel it. I feel it separated. Today is not that day. I'm just gonna lay back. And I hope I do that right. Because I think I was sleeping wrong on that. I had a towel propping my head up. And you're not supposed to be sleeping with your head propped up when you have neck surgery. Because when you have neck surgery, they kill you and they cut your throat to get to the bone. In case you didn't know. So, yeah. If you have any neck surgery, your neck being... What is... Oh, that's the light shining. I'm going to have a fit. I know my lips ain't pink like that. I'm going to act up. Yeah. Because I bit my tongue yesterday, eating the day before yesterday. Bit my tongue and still be doing that. Hate that. It's only if I try to talk and eat at the same time. But either way, yeah, I feel that neck today. I feel that neck been broke. I feel it. It's still broke. It's cut up. That thing is separated. I feel it. I ain't trying to creep nobody out. I ain't trying to creep nobody out. And I feel that, and I hear that liquid too. Every time I move my head, I hear that liquid that runs up and down your spine, and it comes into your head, and it goes back and forth, up and down. That's that God juice, they call it. God juice, yeah. Because it keeps you alive. Ooh, I feel it when I wiggle my... Ooh, I get to take this thing off. It's over. This is the end. I don't think y'all gonna hear from me no more today. I'm be watching Steve Urkel. I didn't even know them kids started young like that. They grew up on that show, it looked like. I had no idea, because every time my kids was watching that, and I was glad they were watching, I could hear it. I'm walking back and forth in the kitchen cooking, going back in my room doing my homework. I love school. I never get enough of school. I don't know if they knew I was doing homework or not, because I wasn't bothering them. Make them a snack, when they try to have a little heated discussion. Then I would go be like, maybe I'll make them some snacks and calm them all down, get them all happy and laughing again. And it worked too, and they would be laughing again, and I could do my homework some more. And talk on the phone too, and take a break and do some more homework. Like right now, I'm doing a lot of studying. I love school. I love learning and learning and learning. And I'm going to start on the forensics today too. I want to start on that. Yeah. So, y'all have a nice day. I just want to thank God again for this room. I thank God. I thank you, God. I thank you. I thank you for this beautiful room. I love eye candy. No, I'm not getting in that jacuzzi. But I like that eye candy. You really remind me of the Flintstones. I love eye candy. That's what I call eye candy. As long as I can see something nice, then it just makes me feel like everything's good. Even when it's not. Ooh, Oh, that's it. But right now it's good. Right now it's good. I'm in this beautiful room God gave me. And, the rent is adding up every week. And that's good. Finally, I don't have to wonder where I'm going to go. Because that, if you're only thinking about that every day, you really can't get nothing else done. I found letters that I didn't even open, business letters, that I did not tend to. Because every day all I was thinking about was where I'm going to sleep, where I'm going to sleep, where you going to sleep. Because I ain't sleeping just anywhere. I ain't doing that. That ain't, no. I ain't sleeping just anywhere. I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing it. I feel so much better now. I ain't got no money, and I feel good. I do. All I got is rent money and savings. That's it. And that's where it's going to stay, too. Because nobody can't touch your savings. And as far as how to stack money, you just put your money in savings. Just keep just enough in that checking account to keep it open. $2. I don't care. Because I put some money in savings in my checking account yesterday, and it was gone this morning before I could get out the door. I ain't went nowhere. Checking accounts. Who got time for claims? They still owe me money for claims I ain't